Let us rejoice, brethren, for the promised day has finally arrived. Smash 4 Bayo is back. The appeal and acclaim of the Super Smash Bros. Series can't be understated. These are games that players of any age can simply dive into and discover hundreds if not thousands of hours of fun. Smash has always been a part of my life, with Melee being my first game ever if you ignore the 5 minutes I played of Shadow the Hedgehog Help Me Lord, and with that presence comes the illustrious cycle of Smash reveals. I was too young to follow brawls, and Smash 4 definitely rose some eyebrows amongst myself and many others when characters like Cloud Strife showed up out of the blue. But Ultimate was different. Never before was such an immense spotlight aimed at the series reveals, and with that, they've grown more cinematic and ambitious than ever. So, with Ultimate having finally wrapped up its roster for good, it's about time we pin down which reveals left the biggest impacts and dropped the most jaws. Just to make it clear, I love every character revealed here in one way or another, and regardless of where your favorite ranks, the fact that it made you happy is all that matters. Also, I'm strictly ranking their reveals, not necessarily how the characters play within the games. So, with all that said, let's get right into it, shall we? Actually, a quick word from our sponsor, since we've all got to keep the lights on around here, and our savior and proud sponsor of this video is Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends is a mobile RPG for the die-hard gamers in my audience.
If I can hit it just right.
While many mobile RPGs end up being flat, cookie-cutter experiences, Raid manages to be much more fleshed out than any of the competition. Be it summoning varied champions such as this cutie, and this cutie, ooh mama. Taking those allies into battle throughout an extensive campaign, or even destroying other players in PvP battle. Oh no, well I lost. But maybe you'll be the next one to beat me if you hop into the game. And with Halloween around the corner, there's plenty of special rewards to gain and tournaments to conquer. If you want to get a huge head start in Raid, all you have to do is hit the link in the description or scan my QR code and you'll get an epic hero Chinoru, who is amazing in the Doom Tower, 200,000 silver, 1 XP boost, 1 energy refill, and 1 ancient shard so you can summon an awesome champion as soon as you get in game. All of which you can find right here in the game. Thanks again to Raid Shadow Legends for supporting the channel. Alright, now for real this time. Let's jump right in. In every list, there has to be a bottom floor to climb up from, and in this case, this is one of the few spots that felt kinda obvious to me. Chrom and Dark Samus were both characters that felt inevitable, and not in a bad way. Their inclusion always felt like a natural step for the series, even if they'd become echoes, and heck, Chrom was even teased in the prior game anyhow. But if I have to judge their reveals, it was about as obvious as their expectancy. They both just kinda drop in and go, we're here lol, and then we instantly transition to Sakurai flaunting his 800 song mixtape. Was the reveal a poor one? Not necessarily, but it's nothing remarkable. It feels really weird putting these two this low, in all honesty. Heck, while I'm not even the biggest fan of Xenoblade 2, I love playing as them, and I don't necessarily hold ill will towards this reveal. But man, this was the only reveal not directed by Sakurai, and it shows. Xenoblade 2 definitely has good cutscenes when it wants to, but getting those directors in to do a Smash reveal, it doesn't really work when all you're gonna do is have a 2-minute scene of Rex wandering around looking for Pyra, and oh, he just happened to wander onto Final Destination, whoop-de-doo. If I can give any credit though, once she starts fighting, and especially the reveal of Mithra, yeah, that's pretty cool. Slicing Link's bomb in half got a mini cheer out of me. It also ends on a neat closer with Shulk, but compared to the rest, this one doesn't do much for me. Okay, in all seriousness, as much as I dogged on the reveals of Chrom and Dark Samus, this one was just kinda funny and unexpected. Do I find it particularly funny because it's Daisy? Yeah. Is that the only reason I'm ranking her higher? Probably. But come on, they just explained Echoes to us after years of people crying about Dark Pit and Lucina, so the rebrand and its accompanied newcomer were a pleasant surprise. I think the most shocking thing about her was that she wasn't an Echo. Isabelle's reveal was a pleasant subversion. Not indecipherable as a Smash reveal, but it had charm. somewhat portraying itself as the reveal of a new Animal Crossing just a minute before they actually revealed a new Animal Crossing. This is also where they fully established the presence of the Smash invitation. Initially starting as a gag meant to play on the Animal Crossing series in the original Smash 4 trailer, that letter has since achieved an identity of its own, and its return here was especially welcome. Also, her reaction was adorable, so bonus points. Okay, listen. I was literally screaming with excitement on my college campus when this trailer dropped. Why? Because as a fan of Three Houses and Smash Bros, the constant rejection from the Smash community for this character to make it in was honestly disheartening, but actually adding in the Heartless Crest Bearer was something that made my own heart soar. The reveal itself isn't amazing though. For Three Houses fans, it was definitely a treat, but I can understand it feeling a bit underwhelming in terms of presentation otherwise, due to it kinda doing a similar thing to what Pyra and Mithra did later. However, the fantastic joke about sword fighters and the Japanese equivalent about Byleth not being man enough both transitioned into an awesome reveal that Byleth wasn't your standard sword fighter, and I feel that extra bit of stylish flair earned this one some brownie points. In my heart, this is the second best Ultimate reveal, but in execution, it's good. Really good, actually. From here on, I don't really have any major complaints for any of the trailers. This trailer was just short and sweet. From the cold open to Kazuya actually for real murdering Ganondorf, and then his name drop using the Tekken announcer, it's just a nice treat for fans of the series. Otherwise, this trailer was pretty chill by Smash standards. Definitely a comedy goldmine with the repeated joke of him chucking opponent after opponent off the cliff, which is super fitting if you know anything about Tekken. And at the end of the day, it just made me giddy. There are a lot of people who got genuinely mad at this reveal, and hey, that's your prerogative. But oh my gosh, Piranha Plant's reveal was absolute gold. While DLC was somewhat expected, this wasn't. I can't name a more surreal moment in the Smash hype cycle, okay, maybe one, than when Mario just walked up to the plant. Me, among many others, couldn't even register what was happening as real until their render and name were shown, and even then it felt like a pure fever dream. The reveal was absurd in concept, and the trailer ran with that, rolling in this classic menace with the attitude of a jovial misfit, and I absolutely adored this the moment I saw it. No, this trailer isn't as stylish as many others to come, but it's impossible to deny, this reveal was unforgettable. Min Min is somewhat of an oddity among Smash reveals, as we already knew the series that would be receiving a rep prior to this, that being ARMS. While Min Min was the most common guess, it was still left in the air as to who would be getting added, and oh boy, this trailer ran with that idea. While we'd somewhat seen this idea done prior with Terry's reveal, framing this trailer as an all-out war for the Smash invite was endlessly entertaining, especially with this awesome comic-esque stylization of it all. This is one of the most gorgeous trailers out of the entire lineup, and even though it's made pretty obvious that it's Min Min in the first few seconds, the presentation alone is fantastic. Also, this was the first time Captain Falcon's VA had recorded new lines for Smash since the 90s, so that was just a little cherry on top. One of the last big NES classics to be thrust into Smash, and what a showing it was. This trailer plays with the Luigi's Mansion vibe, even teasing LM3 in the process, and basically just leaves Green Mario screaming for his life while getting chased around by all sorts of demons he wasn't prepared for. And then Luigi dies! This is canon! However, having Simon step out as a hooded figure to take down the Reaper was an awesome spectacle. Even better though, as they teased the inclusion of Dracula as a boss, we also got the completely unexpected entrance of Richter Belmont, giving us 2 vampire hunters for the price of 1. This one's got atmosphere, it's got humor, it's got some awesome twists, and it has Luigi's ghost. 'Cause you had a bad day, you take one down, you sing a sad song just to turn it around. Putting these two this high might feel weird, as neither was ever an especially hype choice in concept, especially considering the role of a certain holiday grifter during this time, but if I have to be frank, this trailer is just so dang cool. Ken absolutely molly-whopping Little Mac in this trailer is an awesome way to introduce him. And this trailer showed that Ken was basically just an Echo Fighter in name alone. Like really, if he wasn't seen as the most classic clone character in fighting games, his moveset warrants him being his own fighter any day of the week, just like in any Street Fighter game. After he kicks Mac into oblivion though, we get another entrant in the form of Incineroar, whose exaggerated wrestler mannerisms managed to actually get me excited about him despite an initial raised brow. This trailer had a massive uphill battle in order to be appreciated, and luckily it succeeded. In the culture of Smash speculation, there are a select few characters that I personally like to deem the Chosen. Characters that have been absolutely begged for since the days of like those friggin' Brawl Dream rosters that had 5,000 characters. And while Ultimate still has some that haven't joined the fray yet, such as Gino and literally any shonen protagonist ever, the game absolutely delivered on a ton of said Chosen. And as Ultimate went down that list, they kicked off the new roster with a bang. Ridley was probably the perfect way to end Ultimate's E3 presentation, and the trailer served its job perfectly. As the creepy atmosphere furthered in the trailer, it became more evident over time that it was Ridley. Yet he always held this mythical status of impossibility due to Sakurai's own words. So actually getting that final confirmation of seeing his name flash on screen before our eyes was earth-shattering. To this day, no reveal text has topped Ridley hitting the big time for me. This exact snarky attitude made it clear that the Smash team knew exactly what the fans wanted, and that they were gonna please as much of the crowd as possible. And oh boy, they sure did. Remember less than a minute ago when I mentioned the concept of the Chosen? Yeah, Banjo.
Holy fuck! Wait!
This trailer is purely a celebration of a character that had been long begged for. Is it the most nuts trailer ever? Not really, but it's Banjo. That alone was an endless shock for those who had always hoped for him. And they made the return of the Baron Bird a miniature festival. Playing off the K. Rool trailer, sending that single Jiggy across the screen was enough to make millions cheer. And even the Duck Hunt bait and switch just added to the extra teases that the Smash team loved throwing in for characters like this. These two platforming icons were finally home. Though, on the note of this trailer, K. Rool did it first. And as much as I love Banjo's inclusion, K. Rool also held that same Chosen status that the Smash team decided to play with endlessly during this trailer. Opening with a montage of classic Nintendo rivalries, the swap to Donkey Kong almost feels like a complete tonal shift at first, until the stomping grows near and most Donkey Kong fans soon realized exactly what was about to happen. Seeing K. Rool's shadow followed by the DDD fake out that quite literally features Sakurai laughing at the viewer, before K. Rool finally swoops in to claim his throne within the roster. Man, it's just so good. This trailer also gave us the Gangplank Galleon remix and ended with the rivals clashing in front of the sun, so really it almost feels like blasphemy not placing this in first. But from here out is where things start to get really fun. If I can give Terry's reveal any credit, it's got more sheer ambition than basically any other Smash trailer, and is a complete love letter to everything SNK. First starting with a lineup of Nintendo consoles, scrolling through to make us wonder how far back our rep is gonna be, only to sidestep toward the Neo Geo. And then, all hell breaks loose. This back-to-back montage of classic SNK characters trying to catch the invite, ranging from Sam Show to Art of Fighting and even revealing the new canon death of Geese Howard. This heartfelt barrage of Neo Geo classics has its passion felt by both those who grew up with the system and even those who had probably never even heard of it until this moment. Once it's caught by Terry though, the slick transition from gorgeous pixel art into his equally fantastic model is a sublime way of bringing this fighting game icon into the crossover frenzy of Smash Bros. Better late than never. This was the beginning of it all. Back during an era where everyone was begging for Smash 4 to be ported to the Switch, we were suddenly graced with this trailer. Having the Inklings leap around and fight in the White Void may have awoken some thoughts of Smash within some, but nobody expected what we actually got. A fade to black in the glow of a flame, slowly zooming into Inkling's eye until we see it. The future of Smash. Inkling themselves were an awesome addition, but this strangely tense reveal of the series' next foray was a moment that will never leave my mind. This paved the road to our future, and the first stretch of that road was golden. While a majority of the West was fawning over Banjo's inclusion not too long after this, in all honesty I found myself more quickly captivated by this trailer from the get-go. Dragon Quest is a huge franchise, and this trailer feels like a pure outpouring of love for what the series stands for. Starting with Darkon, the villain from World of Light that nobody knows because I'm one of like 12 people who actually beat it, we get this gloomy atmosphere of pure darkness with Hyrule's hero facing off against shadowy copies of various swordsmen. However, riding in to illuminate the dark, in comes the Luminary. The triumphant music is enough to capture the grandiosity of his entrance, but it soon shifts to have him also get his butt kicked, leading us into one of the most glorious moments in all of Smash. You see, it's one thing to add a single protagonist from one of the largest JRPG series in the world, but it's another thing to add 4 of them. Top that with the utter insanity of having him have a proper spell menu in his shown gameplay, and his final smash representing the rest of the Dragon Quest protags, and any diehard fan of the series was sure to be crying with joy. And even as someone who's yet to play a Dragon Quest game, I felt that. 3 words. One-winged angel. While many classic characters had a level of expectancy and speculation around their inclusions, I personally never even considered Sephiroth, let alone saw more than 1 or 2 people bring him up. Yet the king of RPG villains literally slashes this game's main antagonist in half without a second thought, forcing himself into Smash with the dread you'd expect from such a devilish force. His presence is felt all through the trailer, even going further as everyone tries and fails to have a go at him, even making us think he straight up murdered Mario, before clashing with Cloud as he always does. And oddly enough, this actually gave us a new final smash for Cloud of all things, catching everyone even more off guard. The end stinger is mellow in tone, but as we see Sephiroth descend into godliness, like, what else do you want me to say? This trailer is basically perfect. If my own reaction is anything to go by, you know I was always rooting for this freak of nature to make his way into Smash. And his trailer captures the energy that a Minecraft rep entails without skipping a beat. Seeing all the different mascots fighting, only for Mario to get blasted into a suspenseful void that gradually becomes clear to anyone who's ever played the Blockfest, we then get this. Yes, it's goofy, it's got that same Piranha Plant absurdity, but it's also got style, showing off so many insane gameplay mechanics, the forms of his stage, the various alts, his insanely nutso final smash. It's all just a collage of insanity that I just can't get enough of. Picture it in your head, it's the 2018 Game Awards. Once midnight strikes, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate releases to the public. We had heard there was more DLC coming, but few expected a reveal for at least a month or 2. And it had been said that Nintendo was in charge of picking the characters, so suffice it to say, a lot of fans had tempered expectations. And then a simple group of thieves stole those expectations and crushed them. The Phantom Thieves logo forcing itself on screen was already hype enough for any Persona fan, but the completely unexpected reintroduction of the Smash invite, having Joker rush in and fight the shadows of various fighters from across the series, and the proper statement that this was the first DLC, it was utterly mind-blowing, and was the perfect way to set the precedent that really anyone could be next. Okay, so is Joker this high because of bias? Partly. Though not only is this trailer genuinely one of my favorites despite that, but this man also got 2 trailers. Joker's second trailer is the only one of its kind, as Sakurai would go on to present the characters himself in the future. But getting every Phantom Thief to join in and comment over his reveal, and that perfect moment of showing the P3 and P4 variants of Mementos? Come on, even putting aside my bias, Ultimate's DLC couldn't have started out stronger. Yet, with all that said, who's deserving of the #1 spot? Well, if it isn't obvious by now, let me key you in. Sora is everything that Smash needed for a perfect finale. Really, he broke ground not only as a choice that many thought was impossible, being one of the aforementioned Chosen but also, Disney, but he was also revealed as the most requested Smash character within Smash 4's ballot. But that alone doesn't make him the frontrunner. The trailer opens with this nostalgic trip back to Inkling's reveal, the beginning of Smash Ultimate as a whole, full circle. And with that, slowly it dwindles into darkness, a dead room of nothing but trophies, and as we sit in silence wondering what this could all mean, a single spark illuminates the dark. Mario, the face of Nintendo itself, reaches in to fling this torch into the sky. and with it, a Keyblade reawakens the light of the series. Sora's flight and entrance is fittingly magical, a pure celebration both of his entrance and just the Smash series as a whole. It's pure bliss that they ride out until he finally lands, giving us our final fighter. This was perfect. Even with Sora not being one of my personal most wanted characters, I can feel the passion of everyone who wanted him in this moment, and furthermore, everyone who worked on him. Smash peaked here and, whoa, wait, what's happening? Oh, I'm forgetting something, huh? This trailer may in fact be the greatest trailer of all time for any video game ever. I'm dead serious, I think this is unparalleled to this day. With every Smash game till now, the big question on everyone's minds was who's next? But equally so, who's fated to be left behind? But Ultimate was different. It was determined to please every Smash fan, so the team knew what needed to be done. I can't understate everything at play here. The orchestral rendition of Lifelight marches us through with this increasing energy, one by one revealing new characters and increasingly interesting info. From a new version of Link, the return of old stages now in HD, the return of Ice Climbers, new Final Smashes, Inkling gameplay, Pokemon Trainer, a classic Ganondorf redesign, inclusion of third parties like Cloud, and
Snake! Oh my fucking god! Everyone!
Whomever put this trailer together genuinely understood the perfect order to show off everything new about this game. And it's the best. Any one character reveal is glorious, but nothing can compete with revealing everyone. And simply put, everyone was here. But yeah, that's every Ultimate reveal ranked. I hope you enjoy this, since I've never really tackled Smash in a scripted format like this. But tell me if you want more stuff like this, and I'll be sure to deliver. I adore Smash Bros, and I'm super appreciative to everyone involved in making this series happen. I'm fully satisfied with how things are being left off, and really, I couldn't wish for anything more. Okay, but who's next?